Voting isn't over everywhere in the province, though. Polling stations will remain open today in a few Ontario communities because of issues, glitches with the online voting system they were using yesterday. Let's go to Michael Serapio, who's looking into what happened.
Well, Heather, 51 communities across the province were affected by online voting yesterday. They include Peterborough, Cambridge, Prince Edward County, Pickering, and Kingston. Municipalities that extended their voting hours by 1 hour last night, and one municipality, Sudbury, is extending its voting hours until 8 p.m. tonight, as has two communities in the Waterloo region. Now, at issue here were delays in the online voting system. It took a lot of time for many voters to cast a ballot last night. Some voters were, in fact, timed out altogether, so they were kicked off the system. And according to the company that runs the online system, Dominion Voting, the worst of it happened just after 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, that's when a subcontracted internet provider put a limit on the incoming online traffic. Now, they were not authorized to do so, and that third party reportedly reduced system capacity to 1/10 of what it was designed to do. Now, Dominion says it had no idea this was happening until they started to receive complaints. Dominion Voting also saying they resolved all issues by 7:30 p.m., but that was, quite frankly, too late for a lot of municipalities, as polling was supposed to end by 8 p.m., which led to the extensions. And to that, this is what Dominion Voting is saying this morning. Quote, "We want to assure Ontario voters that we will work to ensure that this problem does not occur in future elections. It is important to note that at no time was the integrity of the system compromised or in any way insecure." But of course, Heather, whether or not people will feel confident about online voting in Ontario in future remains to be seen.
A big question. Still counting in London, Ontario as well, but for very different reasons. Michael, we know that yesterday they tried out Canada's first ever ranked ballot system. How has it gone? Well,
as you say, they're the first, so they're still counting right now. And we have to point out that Ontario gave all municipalities the option of actually doing ranked ballots yesterday, but only London took up the offer. And as a result, we're still waiting for those results. Now, ranked ballots are meant to ensure that the winner receives a mandate from the majority of voters. So in London, voters cast their ballots for their top three candidates. And the idea is as follows. If a candidate gets 50 plus 1, then a winner is declared. But if there's not a majority decision, of the top three contenders, the last ranked is dropped off, and then tabulated are the voters' second and third choices. Those are distributed until a majority is achieved. Again, different from the first past the post system that Canada traditionally uses. But as of this morning, Heather, the result of all this is the race for mayor, and 6 council seats are still being counted. They're going to go to a second ballot today until we know the final results. It will take some time, but London forging the way forward.